3 days until payday. You check your banking app, and the balance staring back at you is exactly $11. The immediate reflex is to blame yourself. You assume you're bad at math, lack discipline, or just can't stick to a budget. But that guilt is misplaced. This is a predictable glitch in human behavior. Look at this chart mapping the liquid cash of the average consumer over a month. Notice the massive cliff here at the end, the payday consumption cycle. You might assume this only maps minimum wage earners, but when we add a second line tracking high-income earners, the exact same pattern appears. They hit the identical pre-payday slump. Compare that to this third, flat horizontal line. This represents the permanent income hypothesis, the classical economic theory arguing rational people calculate monthly income and distribute spending perfectly evenly. The flat line is how a spreadsheet works, but human brains don't run on spreadsheets. We react involuntarily to the mere timing of when cash hits our account, making traditional budgeting advice practically useless against our own neurochemistry. To understand why the end of the month looks so bleak, we rewind 2 weeks to the 16th, the exact moment the direct deposit clears. Behavioral scientists call this the fresh start effect. Certain calendar dates act as temporal landmarks, creating a psychological wall in our minds. Payday allows us to mentally separate our past self, who overspent and failed to save, from our new rich self, who has a completely clean slate. This graph of daily transaction volume shows the immediate consequence of that optimism. Consumers instantly reward themselves, causing purchasing volume to surge by 70% on the exact day they get paid. On payday, there is a massive spike in the signing of long-term commitments, from 24-month service agreements to new phone financing plans. We lock ourselves into future debt on the specific day we feel most secure. The specific day we have the most financial security becomes the exact day we make our most financially reckless decisions. Behavioral economist Richard Thaler discovered the deeper cognitive glitch driving this behavior. His research upended classical economics, earning him the Nobel Prize. He identified a phenomenon called mental accounting. Traditional economics insists all dollars are completely interchangeable, but Thaler proved that we mentally categorize our money into subjective, invisible buckets based on where it came from or what we think it's for. Take a tax refund. Rationally, it should go straight toward paying off loans. Instead, we label it as free money, bypassing the debt bucket entirely and pouring it into a mental account reserved for vacations or splurges. We do the exact same thing with emergency funds. We keep a savings account fully stocked while simultaneously carrying high-interest credit card debt. We are literally bleeding cash to bank fees, just to protect the psychological label we placed on the savings bucket. When your paycheck arrives, it instantly gets labeled as a fresh start bucket. The normal psychological pain of spending vanishes, tricking you into blowing through your monthly budget in a matter of days. So now we return to 3 days before payday. You have $11 left. And being stuck in this trough carries a severe hidden cost. To measure that cost, researchers studied small-scale manufacturing workers in India who are paid by the piece. Their job is to stitch irregularly shaped leaves together to form perfect circles. It's a task that requires intense focus, spatial awareness, and strategic planning. Look at this scatter plot tracking their performance. As the payday deadline approaches and workers become financially strained, the error rate spikes. They use more stitches, waste leaves, and their overall productivity drops. This is the cognitive bandwidth tax. Financial worry literally consumes your working memory. The stress of figuring out how to stretch $11 occupies so much brainpower that your capacity to focus on anything else deteriorates. The scarcity trap creates a psychological bottleneck. Financial worry consumes the brainpower needed to calculate the very steps required to escape the cycle. You cannot force your human brain to act like an emotionless, highly rational spreadsheet. Relying on sheer willpower against millions of years of evolutionary neurochemistry is a guaranteed path to failure. The solution is to hack your own psychology. Set up automatic transfers to move a portion of your money into a hidden savings account the exact morning your paycheck clears. By doing this, you remove the cash before your brain even has a chance to see it. It never enters the fresh start mental bucket, which means you never feel the urge to spend it. You aren't uniquely bad with money. You are simply human. And once you understand the rules of your own psychology, you can finally start winning the game.